We just got back from picking up the new NES Classic Edition. We were fortunate enough to get one.
It's been an interesting morning.
Yeah, well, for starters, we went to the local Target, waited in line for just a little bit. It was probably about, what, 10, 12 people?
Yeah.
So after we get in the doors and we get back to the electronics department, we find out that only the first 4 people had tickets. They didn't bother to tell us, but
No, they didn't tell anybody.
No one told anybody.
No, not even the people that had the tickets were courteous enough to.
That's what I meant mostly. The people with the tickets weren't even telling people that there were only 4 systems, which I was suspicious of right away, but I just imagine that a lot of the employees are buying these too, which, I go back and forth where maybe, at least half of them should go to the public and half should go to employees, because employees are customers too, and I mean, they deserve to buy one as much as anybody. It's not fair that they can't buy one because they're working, actually.
Right.
But I found a store like Target, for us to have only 4 was kind of suspicious, but that's okay. We moved on. You actually looked up all the other locations that could possibly carry them.
I went to the Nintendo website to see who was supposed to have them. We'd heard that the Walmart in the area had 6, but was sold out instantaneously upon opening. We had heard that Kmart might have some in the area, and that GameStop was going to have some, but nobody knew how many when it opened.
No, and I don't like GameStop that much. I'm not a fan of Best Buy either, but... Oh, by the way, this is a real Nintendo. This is not the system. So this here, this is what we ended up getting. We ended up going... we bebopped around because a lot of stores weren't open yet.
Mm-hmm. And the website said that, Staples, Sears, Kmart, Sam's Club, a lot of other places that you wouldn't expect were going to be sellers for this.
Yeah, Best Buy wasn't going to be open till 10, and I didn't feel like waiting around, seeing that, I know they're not limited. It's just there's not a lot out right now. They're going to be putting out more, and I was just hoping to pick one up with minimal effort. So we actually went over to Staples, and they looked at me like I had 3 heads because they hadn't heard anything about this system yet. And I said, well, you guys are going to be carrying them. And it's funny, as we walked around, we saw that they were carrying the Atari Classics and the Sega. Yeah. But they had no idea that they'd be carrying this someday. So we saw that there were a lot of... Well, they asked us, they said, no, they said that must be why there was a big line at Best Buy. So we thought Best Buy may have already opened or something because the line was gone. Yeah. And we drove by Best Buy, which is right next door.
And there were people coming out the
people coming out the front doors.
In,
it was kind of confusing.
And didn't look like they were dressed as employees, so we thought
so we
drove, they opened
we drove around and saw that they had a sign up saying, holiday hours. And we didn't even look at the time, so we started walking in. We got to the door, and we saw the time was still 10 o'clock, and we were just going to leave. And as we were walking out, a nice guy he was sitting in his truck, and we had bumped into him at Target.
At Target,
yeah, on the way out, and he was talking about how he wanted to get one and stuff, and just we'd chatted a little bit about things, and he was just nice enough to be like, hey, no, go back to the door. He said the manager will give you a ticket. So I went back up to the door, and there was someone not far behind me that had pulled in after us. And the manager's like, this is the last one. This is the last ticket, number 13. So lucky number 13, I guess, ended up being, that's what they stuck on it. This little, I don't even know if that can be seen, but...
tag.
So they give us this piece of paper, and we just waited for it to open, went inside, and I found out the guy that told me to go back was really a nice guy. Not like some of the other people that were like almost just rushing past you, being rude. They didn't care that you were in line first in some of these other places. They were just running past you. But he was super nice, and he wasn't even buying one of these. He was buying just the...
He was getting a joystick controller
at Best Buy. He was just getting a joystick because he already got one. And I was thinking, that's amazing to me that this guy that could have just bought another one because he'd been waiting there, just didn't buy one of these. He just bought a joystick and actually told me to go back to the door. Because if he would have wanted to, he'd been there so early, he could have had this very one. So it was really lucky, It was not very stressful because I had planned to not get stressed over it, knowing they'd be out. But I really wanted one today, and here we go. We got one. But I can't imagine. Let me know if anyone else has had a different story. I'm sure that there's been some really nasty stories that are going to come out of this, because obviously there's very limited amounts right now, and I can't imagine what it's like in a big city where you've got maybe 40, 50 people trying to get one of these and pushing and running. Hopefully most places did like these stores around us did, and put out tickets in advance, so first to the door, you get a ticket and then you just come in. So, but let's open this up and see. I just wanted to see the comparison in size between like a cartridge, and here's the original controller and the real system. I was just curious to see what kind of I've seen some videos, but
it's supposed to fit in your hand.
It's supposed to fit in your hand.
It's a mini.
It's a NES Classic Edition mini. So, oh, I guess you get some other stuff in here. Maybe that's, oh, is it just a poster?
Yeah.
Look at that, they got a giant poster in there. That's really cool. With the instructions on the back, obviously.
That's the old original one.
The old original, and that's the one we got. We ended up getting one. That's what this is from. We've got Rob downstairs and the Zapper. Really fortunate that we picked up one of those a few years ago. It cost a pretty penny, but it was worth it. All right, here it is. Here's the little system. I mean, I didn't think it was
almost identical.
Yeah, I mean, look at that.
Especially given the age of the original one.
Well, we've been very lucky. The systems we have are not the ones that tend to yellow. From what I understand, it's one of the chemicals they put in the plastic to keep them from, catching on fire or something. That makes them yellow more. So that's really cool. Buttons work. Reset, little control. So it's smaller than
an old cartridge.
It's smaller than a cartridge. I mean, I'm actually surprised they didn't make it the same size as a cartridge, but look at that. I mean, you can still see that. It's really tiny. So here it is comparatively to the real system. Let me get that out of the way. Can we see that okay? Yeah. So, look, it's pretty much the length of a controller. A little bit different. But look, they really nailed this. I mean,
fins on top,
same amount. Obviously, this opens. But they didn't bother. It would have been really cool if they would have added little cartridges to go in SD cards or something that flipped up. But, that's a lot of extra money. This thing is a pretty good deal already with 30 games in it. I got the little Rob next to it, so you can see. That's probably almost fairly close comparatively.
Not perfect.
No. You want to run down and grab that Rob for me, and we'll throw that up while I talk about some stuff. We'll throw Rob next to this big one and see how close, to scale like this is next to the other Rob. And then I got to find out. Oh, here's the controller, and here's the original controller. So it is. Look at that. That is really close. This is the old one, the original. Feels real good. And here is, boy, that's pretty close. Those buttons are really, they feel very good, just like the original. Now there's also, oh, look at that. I was worried because they were saying it didn't come with a power adapter. People were buying power adapters. Additional ones, but this does. I saw it said it came with a power adapter, and I think people are confused by that. But here it is. There is the USB cable and the power adapter. Look at that. It did come with one.
Excellent.
Yep. So, oh boy, that's right. Sorry, I forgot that we've got here. Let me.
Get the game all hooked up to it.
Yeah, I forgot that I had...
It's a little challenging to get it off the shelf without knocking all of our figures
I
down.
just totally forgot that we have the full-blown Rob. So, he's all geared out. But, I mean, I guess when you look at that, Let me get all these parts off of Rob here. We can set him back up after that. So I'm gonna set Rob on top of here. He's clearly bigger. I mean, this would have to be, he would have to be about double the size. But you can see that it's pretty cool to have this with this. I'll probably keep it with it. So I mean, the controller was great, and we got the power cable, and we've got a HDMI cable. And you know what these cost if you buy them in retail? They're like, it's ridiculous. They're $10 alone if you buy one of these. So they're only worth like $3. So next we're gonna just we're gonna set this up and see how it plays. I'm also curious. I'm going to try and plug it right into my TV. We have a Samsung TV, and I'm going to try and plug the USB right in it and see if there's enough power. I doubt it. Probably not, but it'll be an interesting thing to see, and we'll be back in a little bit. Okay, we're back. I was informed that this did not get, the poster did not get in the frame very well, so just wanted everyone to see the whole poster, get Duck Hunt on there. But obviously that's not a game that's included with this, unless they plan on having a secret in there or something where you're going to find out that Duck Hunt is included and they're going to sell the zapper. That'd be really cool. Maybe there's a couple of hidden games in there that get activated when the zapper plugs in. I mean, that'd be really fantastic. You know, if you buy the zapper, it triggers the other games. Who knows? I don't know why they put this poster in there if they weren't going to have some nice super secret sneaky stuff in there. But either way, okay, so that was the other thing. My wife was mentioning that, you know, most people may not know that it's a different adapter. These plug into the Wiimotes, so you can plug this into a Wiimote and play an NES game from the Virtual Console or something. I don't know what's it called now, the eShop. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to plug this little fella in. Okay, so real quick, I did have this plugged into a regular outlet and extension cord here, and it did power up just fine. So now I'm going to test it into the TV to see if the TV has power over USB, which would be fantastic if this thing can just be generating enough power to power this little Nintendo Mini here. So I'm just going to unplug that, and I've got a little extension right up here. So I'm going to just plug it right into that. And then, if you want to just focus back down here again, we'll see if this powers up, just so people can know that they don't even need that little power adapter. Well, it lit up. Now let's see if it actually comes on. Well, there we go. So you can do that. I did forget that I can't actually record footage off of an HDMI source on this TV, so I'll have to figure out some other way to get a little extra gameplay off of it. Maybe I will have to dump $200 on a foolish capture device, but hey, you can power it off your TV, so it doesn't need nothing but a couple of cords. Well, at least my Samsung does that. I don't know if other people have TVs with USB that are powered, but I thought that was pretty spiffy. All right. Now the tough part's going to be, we'll capture some gameplay after. The tough part's going to be, you know, playing this. I'm going to have to sit really close to the TV. I know they sell 6-foot extension cords for this, and you know, maybe I'll have to pick one of those up sometime, but we're going to have to play real close. So right now I'm going to fire it up. Power button. Look, a little red light goes on and everything. So, oh, here we go. We got a signal. Go ahead and just grab that and you can watch the TV. Alright, so we are going with English. It's the only thing we know. And there we go. There's the main menu. It starts on, what do you got, Balloon Fight?
Yeah.
How's that look, okay?
Looks good.
Alright. So, let me just go through all these. And then this Samsung TV is really nice. It's not the best quality, but it'll send a signal right to my computer wirelessly or over the network. So I can capture some footage. It's going to be a little grainy, but it's better than paying $200 for some capture device right now. So we got Bubble Bobble, whoops, I meant Balloon Fight, Bubble Bobble, Castlevania, Castlevania 2, Donkey Kong Jr., Double Dragon 2, because there's 2-player mode in that, Dr. Mario, Excite Bike, Final Fantasy, which will be really fun, Galaga, Ghosts and Goblins, Gradius, Ice Climber, Kid Icarus, Kirby's Adventure, Mario Brothers, the original, Mega Man 2, Metroid, Ninja Gaiden, Pac-Man, Punch-Out, not Mike Tyson's. I have Mike Tyson's, but I also have the regular Punch-Out on the original NES. Star Tropics, which is really fun. I only have that on the Virtual Console. Super C, Super Contra, Mario Brothers, Mario Bros. 2, Mario Bros. 3, Tecmo Bowl, not Super Tecmo Bowl, Adventures of Link, Legend of Zelda, and that's it. That's all of them. And let's go. So if I go down, you see you get suspend points, so you can save at any time. It's not as hard as it used to be. And we can change the display. CRT filter, regular 4x3, and pixel perfect, which you can see doesn't stretch. So let's see what this looks like. Go back. I'm just going to start up one game and then we'll actually capture it off. Can you see those scan lines in there a little bit? Oh yeah, that looks horrible.
I can see it in the cloud really.
Yeah.
Really well. But...
It's dark. It's dark too.
Yeah.
But I mean, I haven't adjusted this input, but it's a lot brighter. How do I get out of this? Oh, I hit the reset button, of course. The little reset button. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do I get out? So what are the options? Demo, auto shutdown, reduce burn-in. I don't think that'll be a problem, but I do like the demo mode. So if we just go back, does that automatically play demo mode? I'm not sure. Okay, so what I actually did was turn off the demo mode by accident, and even though the demo mode's off, I think the demo mode from what I saw after was it just plays games, but when your demo mode is off, you get a little cat and mouse game here with Mario and Luigi, so I'm glad I turned it off. I don't know if it runs in the other mode, but in the other mode, with the demo on, Mario runs up and kind of pounds one of the games, and the game starts. But this one is really cute because, as you can see, they're doing a little, I don't know, capture the flag, tag game. You see how Mario's chasing off Luigi, and the background's red right now? So what'll happen is Luigi will eventually come out, and here, he made it. And he changes it to green and then scurries off, and then Mario comes out and chases him off and turns it back to red. So, really cute. So, I'm kind of glad I turned the demo mode off by accident, because I got to see this fun little game of tag they play, where they just go back and forth. And Luigi seems a lot more timid. Mario just comes out and not afraid of Luigi, but you'll see, look, Luigi does a little... obviously intimidated by his... I don't know if he's an older brother, younger brother, twins. They've never really said, but Luigi's clearly more timid, and they're demonstrating it right in this. There's all the manuals. I wonder if they've scanned. Oh, that's right. I remember they said this. So you can take your iPad or your Android device and actually just scan that barcode, or what are they? QR
codes.
QR codes, and it'll let you get the manuals from their site. And that's even better to have it on an iPad or an Android tablet. So let's go to the regular 4x3. I just want to see how this looks. And let's go to .com. That looks a lot better. The scan lines are going to look horrible, actually. So I'm good without the scan lines.
You don't need to feel like you're watching it on a TV from the early 80s.
No, if we want to feel like that, we've got a real TV from the early 80s. So it plays really well, very responsive. I mean, oh, see a little glitch there? Oh, he was just throwing that at me. All right, so we'll actually go back and capture some real gameplay off this, and maybe it'll look different. Maybe it'll look different going through the computer. All right, we'll see you soon, everybody. So long. All right, let's try this one more time. Try and get a good a good flight. We do this quick enough. What do you get? Oh, I got eaten by the fish right away. Not good. I got fried right away. No way to do it. Oh, it's looking good. Looking good. I'll be able to do this. Don't make anything come down at me. I did it. What'd I do? I did something. Hey, I got the bonus finally. Woohoo! I don't know if it's just double balloons or what. Everything changed color. Oh boy, how am I gonna get through this? Nice! Hey, but I got the bonus. That's how you do it. So long, everybody.